Thank you for your introduction. I am very pleased to invite you all to my presentation today. In the earlier period, all of us know that Northern region have had strong academic performances and high rate of university entrance. The students from southern part of our island also studied here in our schools at that time. However, decade of war and erratic and inconsistent schooling have deteriorated the education system. Now, Northern East provinces has a higher rates in O-level and A-level exam, higher failure rates in O-level and A-level exams compared with the other provinces. So here, I wish to mention, education is the key to lifting families out of poverty and can permanently change a family fortune within a generation. So IMHO wants to interfere in the educational projects, providing access to the children who are from underprivileged region with a sustainability manner, in which I hope you would view our endeavors in practice. I focus our projects in 5 major components today. First one is early childhood development. Second one, improving the English education. Then improving competitive education. Education is every child's right. Access to education in remote areas. First, we take this early childhood development. Community awareness and concern for the early childhood education is a vital part in the betterment of the same. Since the formal curriculum includes no part in early childhood education in our country yet, it needs society involvement more. But this is impossible in the remote areas because of the poverty. So IMHO gave the prime priority for early childhood development in our projects. So here we have selected 3 divisions from very vulnerable areas after a comprehensive needs assessment. We have renovated and rebuilt 10 preschools in Nedunkani, Omandai and Mandai West divisions. Fully occupy the above schools with furnitures, the student and teachers furnitures, indoor education learning equipment, and outdoor playfield materials, water and sanitation. In Nedunkani, 2 schools renovated and equipped by, supported by Wembadi Girls High School, 83 all girls batch. And Omandai, 2 schools supported by the Anbinari USA. Here, so far, 150 teachers, 10 teachers from upcountry have been trained despite the pandemic slowing down progress. Here, 184 preschool teachers and 1,983 children identified as beneficiaries in this project. In this ECD project, we seriously concerned with the health promotion here, nutrition programs, and early identification of special needs students, and the strengthen the early child committees. Here we think about to implement the livelihood programs for the preschool families in our project. And we initiate some preschool projects in Eastern Province also. We have provided electricity and water facilities to 8 preschools in Berigal division in Muttur, in Eastern Province. So here are the pictures that we renovated schools, rebuilt school at Savarikulam in Maduzone, and awareness programs and teacher training programs, and the VIP visits in our project areas, and the project in the Eastern Province. These are the pictures. So next priority we have given to the English education. Despite the heavy efforts taken in English language development in schools, the outcome has not been satisfactory as revealed in the public exams. I sadly say in 2019 O-level examination, English language pass rate is only 46.01% in Northern Province. Further, 23% only succeeded above S level. That means 77% of the students who do not have the minimum credit pass. So they have not had the chances to follow the higher studies or finding jobs. This is a pathetic situation. And from those, a mere 15% of the students entered the universities from northern east provinces. As you know, English and competitive education are very important for the students' career. At the higher studies, our students got difficult to follow the lectures in the medium of English and compete with others. So what is the reason? So mainly it was found that the poor language proficiency from the primary classes and not have the proper capacity training for teachers. These are the major thrust in our education. So we are supporting several English programs to improve the English knowledge from grade 1 to O-level students. So here, the first program we have implement activity-based oral English program for grade 1 and 2 classes. Here the listening and reading is very important for grade 1 and 2 children. So we have trained 400 teachers and from 20 divisions in Northern Province and also provided handbooks and CDs for their continuous teaching. And second one is we interest about the reading habits in grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 students, primary students. It's programmed to promote the reading habits. So here we have purchased more than 650 books from UK and reached 15 schools for this project in Kilnochchi and Vavuniya North and South. And then we train the teachers. Capacity training for 200 teachers. We plan training for the 200 teachers to improve English education in higher classes, secondary classes. If we train the teachers properly, that is the permanent solution for our grievances. Here the teachers selected by the placement test, because of many of them face challenges in their teaching of English lessons in schools. So in this activity, we have finished 100 teachers training who were recruited recently in Kilnochchi district and Jaffna Island zones. This training program conducted by the well-trained resources trained by the British Council. And next program is the OPNE program, supporting a digitalized English program developed by OPNE in Kilnochchi and Vavuniya and also upcountry also. We will support the teacher training and also will provide pen drives to implement this program. This method of learning helps the students to learn continuously using these USB drives in digital smart TVs at their homes. This has narrowed the digitalized gap existed among the children in remote areas. These are the pictures. We have trained the teachers in the above program, and we have trained the secondary teachers, these two pictures, and these are the books we purchased from UK. And then we come to the computer education. As you know, English and computer education are important of our children to choose alternate career pathways. So here we start the smart boards. The teacher or student write on this interactive board to control computer application for pointing, clicking, and dragging. The main purpose of this technique is stimulate the students to develop quick learning skills and sharpening their creative perceptions. So here we expect, thus is the easiest way to develop the technological aspects through their classroom teaching and mind their mind firmly. So here we providing smart boards in partnership with the Ratna Foundation, UK. I personally visited the schools and choose the schools carefully based on the needs and teachers' motivation and capacity to use the boards. We give them not only the boards, but also full training about how to use the boards, and then I personally monitor their work very closely using some evaluation forms. We have provided 12 boards to the Eastern Province, especially in Muttur, Kantale, Tambalagama, Kuchavali area, and 4 to upcountry. And in the process of providing another 12 boards for Vavaniya district, especially in Neriyakulam, Shetikulam, Pavatkulam, Nedunkani and Pudukulam areas. Then here we gave 30 laptops to the NCOE Jaffna, National College of Education Jaffna, prospective teachers. So the teachers will get maximum experience and knowledge on computer in their 3 years training period. Here our main enthusiasm is we always given the priority to the teacher development. In our English program, we use the participatory learner contents approach. In the early childhood program, our strategy is activity-based training. In the smart board projects, we use how to use the PCs and laptops, and the common issues and the solution. If they are using the smart board in their classrooms, what are their common issues and the solutions? So these are the computer education, our projects in computer education. These are the pictures, the awareness program for the Trincomalee teachers. We brought the teachers to the Mullatif and Kilnochi prominent schools and give the awareness of the smart board teaching and the opening ceremonies in the various schools in Trincomalee district. And I personally visited some schools in Neriyakulam, our project schools in Neriyakulam, Chettikulam area. This is one of the school, Veerapuram Manivasagar Vidyalayam in the mini farm. These are the pictures. We delivered the 30 laptops to the College of Education students. Next, we come to our fourth project. Education is every child rights. We believe that education is every child rights, and it is clear for everyone. So here we have supported a few programs to support special needs child education. So here we have provided furnitures and equipments to children with hearing and visual impairment at Iniyavalvilam at Pudukkudi in Mullatif area, and supported school supplies and bicycles to the children of hearing impaired parents in Vadamaranch. And here, currently we are working on improving the special need children's education in some of the schools in Northern Province. And further, we also think about to establish a center and given periodically training to the special education teachers and their students. This also we need funds here. Then these are the pictures at Pudukkudi area and the Vadamaranchi region. And next one is the last, access to education remote areas. Always our thought, the poor students from remote areas also will get the equal facilities like urban schools, town schools. So here We are supporting education centers in remote areas of Vanni, like Kilnochi, Viswamadu, Muripu, and Bharathipuram. We are improving the access to education for these children. We are providing the staff salaries and provide a computer room in the Bharathipuram center. Then for the teachers side, teachers benefit, we constructed a teacher quarters at Kote Kattiyakulam Mahavidyalayam in Tunukai, situated in a very remote jungle area. That is 40 kilometers from the Mankulam, that from A9 road. So the transport is very difficult. And then we provide a literacy center with furniture to the Uppural village in Mudur district, Mudur region, and to reduce the dropouts and literacy by the support of Rural Development Society in Verigal. And also we developing a model primary school in Verigal, in Verigal, with all technology facilities in partnership with the Ratna Foundation. If we develop this model school in this area, this is very helpful for not only the schools in Mudur, but also the Vahara division schools also. That division in Kalkuda zone, in the Batticaloa districts. So here I mentioned that I thank Dr. Nityananda, founder of Ratnam Foundation UK. He helped in our smart board projects and this model primary school project. And I also thanked Tyagaraja Prabhadara for his volunteer service in our projects in Trincomalee. So these are the pictures that we have the opening ceremony at Kote Kattiyakulam. The Chief Secretary and the Education Secretary attend this function. And these are the pictures at this function. And this is the picture for the literacy program in Uppural village. And this is the resource center in our model preschool. So we put more inputs in these resource centers. And we get the request from Puttalam district and Ratnapura districts also. We conducted several discussions and recognized their needs and found our projects would benefit them a great deal. If the required fund be provided, we can materialize their request, paving a way for the children to receive latest trend and innovation to improve their educations. See, these are the projects that we have done in our last year, from 2020 until the date. So here, some of our thoughts. Education does not rely on ongoing handouts and is a way to empower people to make their own lives and those of their families better. Education builds tolerance and independence. It gives us all the hope of a better future. We hope it will help us get there. I owe a great deal of gratitude for our IMHO Board of Directors and our Honorable President, Dr. Rajan Devendran, for offering constructive advice, guidance, and mentoring to every activities in our project. She was available at any time on her tight work schedule to offer her expertise and experience. Then I thank Mr. Murali Ramalingam, the accountant. He is the one who introduced me in our projects in his visit to Sri Lanka in November 2019. At the time, I was appointed as country director in the IMHO Lanka. And my sincere thanks goes to Dr. Thavan Thambi Pillai and Dr. Karunian and his son Lawyer Ahilan Arulananda. Visited the project areas in Vanni, Madu, and Madu, and shared their knowledge in this regard. which has been a source of encouragement and confidence to implement our projects. So thank you all.